If you clicked on this video, you know exactly why you're here. This is a very controversial topic, and yes, I'm going to get this out of the way. I am glad that AI stole my job. Let's talk about it. I personally come from a tech background, and these are tough times for programmers. Not only are they flooded with people trying to get jobs, but companies are also looking to replace them with machinery to cut costs, which means they resort to different AI features like ChatGPT or Claude, and the list goes on and on. Let's pause for a moment and go back in history. Let's delve way back to the invention of cameras. When cameras were invented, a distinct number of artists were completely against them. They were absolutely furious about the idea of machinery taking their jobs. Remember, back then, the only option they had to capture a moment or people on paper was to paint them. So, when cameras took that ability, offering more precision and faster development time, it was a huge change. Today, we see them as completely different mediums. When people take pictures of themselves, they don't view it the same way as having a painting of themselves. One thing does not replace the other. Realistic portrait artists at the time might have been shocked, surprised, and angry, but today no one bats an eye at this fact. If someone wants a self-portrait, they specifically want it done by an artist, and they pay for the artist's style, time, and results, something that cannot be replaced by a camera. I can say the exact same thing about AI. Everyone is freaking out that it's going to take their jobs, their livelihoods, and steal everything they've built because it operates at an incomparable pace that they can't compete with. But here's the thing, you can't compete with AI. If you're an independent artist and you're frustrated and angry because you don't have a consistent client base, you need to understand that you have to differentiate yourself. You need to show people what makes your art and skills so unique that they would want to pay for your services. And I'm not saying this in comparison to AI, I'm saying it in comparison to other artists that you are competing with. If a person is contemplating whether to pay for your services, then they're not looking to purchase an AI-generated piece to begin with. There is still plenty of room for you to thrive and grow. It's not just the small consumers looking for your services. I'm also talking about corporate giants that are dependent on artists. You don't see them creating logos, cartoons, or animes using AI because it's not as precise, it's not as professional, and it's not at that level yet. And I'm not sure when it will be on that level. I used artists as a big example, but this applies to every single field, including programming. If you're special enough, if you differentiate yourself enough with your skills, you cannot be replaced, and you will have nothing to worry about. Everything is going to be okay. That is just the circle of life. Many things change, and the advancement of AI is amazing. It brings many opportunities and tools that you yourself can use to your advantage, rather than just seeing it as something that drags you down. People love to complain about everything and anything, but they look to blame everyone else but themselves. Another example is the manufacturing revolution, where they started introducing machinery to factories to handle the heavy load of tasks. Many factory workers were extremely upset by this. I can understand where they're coming from. Their jobs and livelihoods were taken away by machines, but the entire process opened up new opportunities for machine technicians, developers, and engineers. With every job that is taken away, something new is put into the equation. And that's my final take on it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.